Hi everybody, welcome to another Chats with Chaudhry. I hope you're safe and well. Today I'm delighted to be joined by Tara Dougal, who is the Content Director for Pharma at Informa Markets, and we are going to be talking about the CPHI Pharma Awards, which are going to be held and the winners announced on day one of CPHI Worldwide, which is in Barcelona on October the 24th, 26th. So Tara, first of all, it's lovely to see you. How are you?
Very good, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Well, it's lovely to see you. Now, before we start talking about the awards, for people who are not familiar with CPHI, would you mind just giving viewers a quick overview of CPHI?
Yeah, so CPHI is the leading pharma event globally. So we bring together buyers and suppliers of pharmaceutical products, solutions, and ingredients, basically covering the end-to-end supply chain. Our flagship event is taking place this year in Barcelona, bringing together 47,000 attendees, 2,600 exhibitors. And in addition to the exhibition, we have a really exciting program of content taking place at the show. And of course, our very prestigious CPHI Pharma Awards, which are now in the 20th year of running.
Fantastic. Now, you've already touched on the 20th year. Now, let's talk about those awards in a bit more depth. So you mentioned they've been going for 20 years. So
Yeah.
why did CPHI launch them in the first place?
So we wanted to be able to recognize all the amazing innovation and activity that's happening in pharma. So we have currently we have 12 categories. That's gone up and down depending on the year, but we're really looking to recognize excellence at every point of the supply chain. So from packaging and drug delivery through to APIs, sustainability. We've got some exciting new categories that I'll be talking about, I'm sure, in a minute this year. But we try to move with the time. So the categories are quite fluid. We're trying to look at what's happening in industry and respond to that by having creating a category around that. And it's so exciting to see what comes in. It's a great chance to recognize teams, new products, new approaches, exciting companies or individuals. So I would really encourage pharma companies to look out for the submission deadlines around the awards and to make sure that you're getting your team in the spotlight.
Right. Well, now, obviously, when you talk about awards, sometimes people can be quite cynical about them. They go, right, okay, just do it. So, from your perspective, in terms of the awards, what
Yes.
are the sort of entry criteria, and how do they get judged? Because obviously, that's where the credibility comes in when people go, well, actually,
Yeah.
this has been judged by an independent panel of peers or whatever. So, how
Yeah.
do people enter? What's the criteria normally, and how do you judge them?
So 12 categories to choose from, open to everybody, whether you're exhibiting or not. There is also no charge to enter the Pharma Awards. The criteria, it really depends on the category, but we're looking for newness. What's different? Is this a brand new solution? Is it an improvement over existing solutions on the market? Does it create better outcomes for patients? Is it cost effective? Is it sustainable? Is it using new technology? So it really depends on the category, but we're essentially looking at what's new, what's exciting. The process is that when we receive the awards, everything will then go to our panel of jury members. So we have around 20 people on our jury,
Right.
again, covering all different facets of the industry and coming from pharma companies, associations, media companies. A lot of people have been in industry for 20, 30 years and are now consultants. So really a huge amount of expertise is brought together on our jury panel. So the jury go off, they assess all of the entries, and we had 235 this year, so it's no mean feat. But then they send their scores back to us. We create a shortlist, and then we have more in-depth discussion with the jury for each category. So it is quite a long process. There is often some fierce debate, but our winners are decided. Everything is decided by our jury, and we love working with them and have done for many years. And they've really been such an important part of the CPHI Pharma Awards.
Fantastic. And how have the awards evolved? I know you obviously mentioned that the categories themselves will change depending on
Yeah.
how the market's changed, but how have the awards evolved since they first launched 20 years ago?
So definitely from a category perspective, but also the actual experience at the awards. So it's been many things. It's been a gala dinner. It's been networking events on the show floor. We're currently running it as a networking drinks reception, which I think is absolutely fantastic. It's exactly what people want after a very busy first day at the show. They want somewhere where they can relax, where they can see what's new in industry, where they can network with their peers, have a drink, and just sort of discuss everything that's been going on the show floor that day. So that's a format that we think is really a winning formula. And that's also what people can look forward to this year on the 24th of October. In terms of the categories, they've definitely moved with the times. So in the past couple of years, we had a innovation in response to COVID-19 award. So obviously, this is not something we were doing 20 years ago, but was a really, really interesting way of seeing all the development, all the activity around COVID-19, which is not only limited to vaccines, but was everything from cold chain, logistics, packaging solutions. So we had some really fascinating entries there. We've now shifted that to be the Accelerating Innovation Award, because we wanted to keep something that showed the industry's potential to respond quickly to needs, because that's exactly what we saw with COVID, right? That those development times were sped up considerably. So we wanted to keep an award which recognized that kind of work that the industry was doing. And actually, this year, that was our most popular category by far. So some really nice entries there, you know, touching on oncology, touching on packaging. Yeah, great solutions.
Great. And you know, in terms of your experience working on the awards, you mentioned obviously that award has been really, really popular this year. Are there any other awards that you have which you always get a lot of entries to, and you know, because there's a lot of popularity around that?
Yes, I think sustainability is a really interesting one to call out. So that has been part of the awards for a really long time. And I'd say probably when I started working for CPHI 8 years ago, so we would maybe get sort of 4 or 5 entries, and now every year we're getting 30+ entries for sustainability. Right. And I think this is so indicative of that increasing consciousness that the industry has now about sustainable development, whether that be green chemistry or packaging solutions or kind of supply chain. It's really exciting to see the industry moving in that direction.
Right. And one thing I wanted to ask you was that, again, having worked on awards myself, over the last few years, have you seen the importance of winning an award go up? Because obviously, as companies are trying to differentiate themselves from each other, from my experience anyway, I think awards have come to the fore a lot more because people enter a lot more awards than they used to, because they see the importance of having that logo stuck on that email or stuck on that stand to say, hey, we're an award winner of whatever award it may be. I mean, have you seen that yourself in terms of the quality of the entries and the number of people who enter?
Yeah, very much so. I mean, it is a competitive space. You know, a lot of companies are offering similar solutions. They're really going after those new suppliers, those new partners, and we don't offer prize money for the awards. You know, it really is all about the glory, about the
kudos,
of promotion, of visibility that you get. So we are absolutely seeing more entries driving that. It's a great way to stand out from your competitors. Interestingly, we also get a few entries that celebrate cross-industry collaboration. Again, with the example of sustainability, you know, pharma companies who are working together towards a common goal, who perhaps wouldn't have worked together before. And we're also seeing that with COVID, right? So I think that's a really powerful thing to celebrate, those new partnerships, not necessarily for commercial gain, but you know, for just for collaboration, for the betterment of the industry.
Fantastic. Now, if people want to attend the awards reception that you mentioned, how can they do that, and how can they get more information? And also, is the shortlist already available in terms of who's been shortlisted for the awards, or will that be coming up?
Not yet. So actually, we're working on that this week. We hope to publish the shortlist by the 15th of September.
Right.
So the awards, it's limited capacity, unfortunately. So we have 47,000 people at the show. We're hoping to have around 600, 700 at the awards itself. So sadly, not everyone can attend. However, we will be live streaming it. So it will be on LinkedIn, and you can tune in if you're unable to be there on the day. So the spots are open to our VIPs, to our nominees, and to some of our exhibitors as well. So we have a very extensive guest list already. But if you see your name coming up in the shortlist soon, then be sure that you'll be guaranteed a spot at the awards.
Fantastic. Well, look, Tara, it's lovely to see you again. Thank you for giving me that information. And there you go, viewers. Check out the links when they're available to see the shortlist for the awards. I will make sure I share that information when it is available as well. So hopefully, if you follow me, you should be able to find that as well. But the link for CPHI and registering for the event will be above this video. And also check out the other interviews I've done, also with Tara and other people at the Informa Markets team, to learn more about the awards, but also the event, the content, and also about sustainability. So, Tara, thank you very much. It's been lovely to see you. I hope you have a great build up to CPHI Worldwide. Viewers, thank you for watching. I hope you found that interesting, and maybe I'll see you in person at CPHI in Barcelona as well in a couple of months' time. So until next time, as always, stay well and stay safe. Bye-bye.